Okay, we'll do the cancer talk today. So, do you know what's the incidence of cancer right now?
In women, lifetime incidence of cancer is 1:3, and in men, it is 1:2.
Okay. And the incidence of a person dying, it's actually 1:4. So 1 out of 4 cancer patients, one of them will die. Okay. But the thing is, okay, we also have, we as adults, we actually develop like 6 cancers in our lifetime.
Protocancers.
Yeah.
So basically our body fights it off.
Okay, so magkakaroon tayo ng 6 cancers in our lifetime. That's an average, okay? And every time, if our immune system is very strong, every time we will fight all of this. So there's really no reason for anyone to be sad, you know?
No.
The thing there is to just develop a very strong immune system.
Correct.
Okay, so what do you think are the causes of cancers right now?
Some of the biggest causes we find are related to nutritional deficiencies and environmental causation, because the science clearly demonstrates that about 95% of all cancer incidence is based upon exogenic factors, basically things that occur outside of the body. You know, for example, like the air we're breathing, the water we're drinking, the food we're eating, or poor habits such as smoking or drinking.
So you're right. 96% of cancer are actually environmental in origin, and 4% are only genetic. Okay, so there's always we as a patient, or we as a sick person, we're always in control. So I don't want everyone to think that if you are sick, especially if you're stage 4, that you're not gonna get better. Okay. Cancer, they always revert back, they get better, so it happens many times. Okay, and the most common causes of cancer, you're right, honey, it's poor nutrition. That's one. So another is stress. Okay, you're always stressed. I don't know what is your most common stressors, honey?
I don't have a lot of stressors here in the U.S. now. I had some pretty significant stressors when I was in Phil. They were Secretary Francisco Duque was a stressor for me, and the charade of leadership over at FDA, charade Puño.
So those are the stress, okay? But for a common person, most common cause of stress is financial, emotional, family problems. Yep. You know, now having someone who will support you. So those are the 2, and actually there's 4, no? And another is toxin overload. Okay, so we are always being poisoned. No? So in our house, we are being poisoned by the paints, by formaldehyde. We call that house toxins. Okay, and it's very rampant. Okay, and when we go outside, the air that we breathe, it's not as good as we want them to be.
Oh, I mean, the water. A perfectly good example is the things we put on our body, be it the deodorants, the lotions, the creams, the oils, and these things. Because what many people don't believe that everything we put on our body is rapidly absorbed. But, for example, when someone wants to quit smoking cigarettes, what do they use? Oftentimes they use a patch, a transdermal patch. Or if someone is in significant and terrible pain, now they're prescribing transdermal things like fentanyl, you know, which is incredibly dangerous. But those just demonstrate very clearly how these things are absorbed into the body. So when you're putting, you know, different types of lotions on your body, whitening lotions.
Whitening lotion, Margie.
You have to understand that will have a cumulative effect on you. These chemicals that you're putting onto your body has to find a way to excrete those. And that can be a very difficult proposition.
They accumulate in our body,
right.
So our blood will be poisoned eventually. So also with food, with the water that we are drinking. So most of this with almost all, and so that's one of the most common reason why we are getting sick, because we are being poisoned, or we are poisoning ourselves to death. Okay, either willingly or willingly. Another is sedentary lifestyle. What do you mean by sedentary lifestyle?
Sedentary lifestyle basically means folks that aren't getting up and about and doing much of any physical activity.
Hey, because we as human beings, actually, we are very active. Okay, this is the first time in generations, of people who are not walking, who are not doing anything. Back then, we are hunter-gatherers, yeah. So we're always up and about, we're always moving. And right now, in the advent of industrialization or technological era right now, we're always sitting, we're always, sabi nga ng aking sister-in-law na si Farrah Bunch. So she said that 10 hours plus 10 hours. Internet users are Filipino.
Number one internet users in the world.
Woo! I don't know if I will be happy or if I will be sad.
For in one breath, Philippines is number one, but in the second breath, that's not necessarily something that's really, really great.
Yeah. So cancer, just by knowing all the causes of cancer, these 4 causes, okay, sedentary lifestyle, poor nutrition, stress, and toxin overload. Just by this, you can have a conscientious way of changing your lifestyle. Okay, that's very important. And do not be disheartened.
No.
I don't want any one of you to be disheartened. So sometimes most of you, di ba, sabi nila, gagaling pa ba ako? Am I gonna get better? Most of them, of course you're gonna get better. No, I don't want you to feel that you're not gonna get better, because cancer, it's a reversible condition.
You just have to realize that these things take a little bit of time. I mean, for example, the body, as you often say, Mom, it's created to heal itself. It's a wonderful creation by God. But let's say that, for example, I nip the end of my finger off. If I were to do that by accident, no doctor can command my finger to grow itself. No one can make it happen any faster by simply telling it to do it. It takes time. It takes what it takes. I mean, for example, if you were to get your finger lopped off in an accident of some type, it's going to take months and months for that to actually heal. So it's a matter of when you actually do get sick because of all these factors, of having a realistic expectation of what it's going to take to get better. And don't expect it to happen overnight, because the body took a long time to get sick, and oftentimes it can take quite a bit of time to get better, depending on the type of treatment modality you choose, the type of diet you choose as far as when you're ill. Right?
So just be patient.
Be patient.